David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
The most beautiful views from the water on Lake Washington. Husky Stadium is something special. You can see the lake, the mountains. You can see it all from kickoff. This is one of the most glorious views in all of college sports. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Play fake, Williams. Escapes the pressure going right. He'll pull it down and run. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Williams from the gun on third down. Lets it fly. Out wide, it's Lawson. Finds a seam. The tag. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Washington. What a quick start for this offense, putting up points on the first drive.
And that's got to feel good, Reese. You've been practicing all week. You've been practicing against the looks you were anticipating to see from this defense. You get those looks, you're able to come out, you run the ball, you throw the ball, and this offense right now is in a groove early.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they find pay dirt from way out, covering 69 yards on the touchdown pass. Out of the end zone. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. They're snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Long way to go on second down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Fires to the big fella. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, you should.
They're getting to the line quickly and staying out there on fourth down. Gotta make the play on fourth. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off. Georgia going up tempo. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Kept it on the ground. Now they'll throw. On the move. Going to try to get it himself. Makes the grab on the left side. Finally stopped inside the 25-yard line, but this one might be coming back. There is a flag down. This 3rd down a little longer after that penalty. Sets his feet. It's Stockton. Still looking. And he's going to be stopped just short of the 1st down. He tried to get it on his own.
Nice job by the defense getting after the QB. He's trying to scramble around. He's trying to go get that first with it.
They snap it to the up end. He'll try to run for it. He's not going to get there, and they'll turn it over on downs. The fake doesn't work.
I love the aggressive nature by the head coach, trying to reach into the bag of tricks on a fake punt, but the defense was expecting it, and we've got a change of possession.
Takes off. Oh, he's got some space. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Husky. Once he got some room, it was over.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Fresh set of downs going up top. Grabbed behind the line. It's Frazier. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. And the Dogs want to pick up the tempo.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the 1st quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence and completely turn this thing around. They got to keep that up.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Moving the pocket, it's Stockton. Fires left. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
They're all over him. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Hunt is on its way. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. Coverage unit all over him, stopped immediately. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Got the 1st down. Racing down the left side. At the 20. Touchdown, Huskies. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end defense not only searching for answers, they're still searching for that running back.
And searching for angles. My goodness, this dude, he runs so fast, he erases angles. People trying to catch him, they didn't realize how much burners he had. He kicked it in gear, and there was no getting it.
The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Right side, it's Frazier. There he goes. And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the first quarter. We've reached a break. It's Washington holding the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Drops back on first down. Throws to the tight end. Got a man in the middle. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Hits inside. It's Frazier.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew to throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Throws for the tight end. Another incompletion on third down.
Really nice third down sub defense there at that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Snapped on fourth down. Lets it fly. Picked off to stop the threat. Got room on the return. He's at the 50. Running through contact.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
Right back to it. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. Making the adjustment. Lined up in the gun, Williams on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Washington sends out the punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Unloads to the wideout. Out wide left, it's Humphreys. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Handoff for Frazier. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. And those hairy dogs taking a bite out of another first down.
You don't usually find Georgia teams that complicate things. They know who they are, and it starts with running the football, establishing the line of scrimmage. That's what the dogs do.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. Out of the gun here with Nate Frazier.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Looking to the big tight end. Touchdown, Bulldog! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Ready to try the point after. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You've got to make them pay for gambling.
Throws to the tight end. Soft spot in the middle. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. They'll take the penalty and move them back. They are so close to a score, they can smell it on the first play of the drive. 1st and goal. Williams. He's got it on the run. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Now on 2nd and goal. The run up the middle, looking for the score. Touchdown, Washington! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. And he's going to bring this one out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Right back to the well. Breaks into the open. The 50. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space.
It's a seam wide open. Touchdown, Dogs. He got a step and just dusted the field.
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a 2-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Here he comes with the return. He's not going to make it to the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 17. Just under half a minute to go before the break. They'll take over 1st and 10. Makes the catch and he's free. They make the stop, and he's got enough for the 1st down, and now this offense might have a chance to do something. Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Williams makes the grab. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. Williams will pass. Lets it fly. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Hit as he throws. Grabbed in the middle. It's Lawson. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Here comes the field goal unit. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. Dead center perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Running to daylight from inside his 25. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Wants to throw one first. Rush is on. Now he'll fire back into the middle. Got it down the field. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. Washington about to boot it deep to start things in the second half. And he's not going to take the touchback. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops. So this is a critical drive here for this offense.
And he gets rid of it.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And this defense just continues to dominate the football game. This school.
They fake it again. Pretty soon you keep faking it. It's not really a fake. Turning it on. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that fourth down.
And so many times when you're studying the other team and their defense and what they're going to do, you know there's certain looks you're going to get into. And I think they saw one they liked, snapped it to the up back. He catches the football, gets north and south, gets the first down. Nice execution on the fake punt, baby.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Second and long here. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Look out! Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
Man, these slant routes, you throw them quick. It's a timing route. You've thrown 3 million of them to the wide receiver, and most of the time, he gets his hands up and he catches it, keeps his body in the way. But right there, just lack of focus, lack of concentration, just drops the easy play. He's probably caught that ball.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
There's something you don't see very often. A sack on a screen pass. You know, quarterbacks are taught to hold the ball, hold the ball, hold the ball, and then get rid of it right before the rush gets to you. But that time, I think he just held on to it a little too long.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Unloads in the nick of time.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up fourth.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on fourth and long. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the fourth down to keep the drive going. Georgia going up tempo. Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. They're down to the 20, first and 10. The run inside. It's Frazier. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Frazier again. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. And the Bulldogs come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. To the air, it's Stockton. And the defense getting a hand in there on third down.
They've done a nice job marching the football down the field to get into this position in the red zone. You're throwing incomplete on third down, so the question now, are you going for a touchdown, try to pay this drive off, or are you just going to take the points?
Needs it here on fourth down. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
That's a live ball. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapping around guys, the ball's bound to pop out occasionally, and you got to be in the right place at the right time.
Tight end now in motion. Quick completion to the right. Could not make his way to the corner. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. The snap sets up the throw. Unloads to the wideout. Looking for the goal line. Now on 1st and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. They'll run with Nate Frazier. Nothing doing. He is stopped short of the goal line.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way.
Looking for the end zone. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You could tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And the extra point is good, but they still trail 31-21. They've got it to a 2-possession game, but now going for the onside kick here in the 3rd quarter. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Yeah, and I know you're down. I think it's always harder when to pull the trigger, when to be aggressive. And listen, they decided it was time. It's the 3rd quarter. Got to make something happen. Got to make a play. Unfortunately, it was just unsuccessful.
Running inside. It's Washington. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
Well, we're not quite in the 4th quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Here's Williams to throw. Here comes the heat. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
Third down from the gun, Williams. Throwing right. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
That's one thing this defense takes a lot of pride on. They like tackling the catch, and they like being around the ball. That time, he was in proximity to knock that thing loose. Nice physical play.
Making the adjustment on the play. Williams to throw for it on 4th. It's incomplete, and the defense makes a stop and gets the football back.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they went for it, but when you're up by a couple scores, I think you're just kind of free and like, hey, let's keep scoring points. Let's keep the offense out there. Let's keep the accelerator on, and I guess, hey, who cares? We're not going to lose anyways.
Misses badly on that one.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the 4th quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He's going to take a shot. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Takes it the other showed off the wheels after using the hands on the pick, and he gets it down to the 34-yard line.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Enough to move the chains. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Husky.
You know, sudden change situations are so interesting because oftentimes in that kind of instance, you get the ball back on a turnover and offenses are trying to take a shot looking for the home run touchdown. But that time, they just turned around and handed it off. It was a more conservative play call, David, but it gave them the same desired result.
Well, and it's kind of crazy. When you force that turnover, everybody goes bananas. The sideline's going nuts. You get a little bit of extra juice, and then they hand the football off, and everybody does their job. They capitalize on it. Momentum swings happen so fast in college football.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice.
He's going for the big play. Makes a deep grab. Runs through a man, and he might have some space. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. He'll try to tack on one more. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. He'll start the return inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Gets away from one, finds room. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains, they mark it at the 29. Offense getting set for first down. Play action with Williams. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
Well, you can see the effect that last run play had on the defense. They had a really good-looking run, and all of a sudden they come back with play action. Everybody bites. They play downhill, and it opens up a guy up top for the offense. Really nice job setting up that shot play to get an explosive one through the air.
Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. Motion from the wideout. They go to the counter. Got an alley. Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. Washington comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Defense still has all 3 timeouts. Offense about to take a knee. Maybe everybody's content with where we are heading to the break. After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. The quarterback takes a knee. The Bulldogs using their 1st timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Can they salvage the drive by converting on 3rd and goal? Timeout on the field, and that's the second call by Georgia. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And now the lead is even bigger.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Defense dropping into soft coverage. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
I'll tell you, this offense just can't afford too many more incompletions because time's running out in the game. They need big plays in the passing attack, vertically down the field, and they've got to score some touchdowns.
On 3rd down, here's Frazier. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps...
Unloads it downfield. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. He's taking a deep shot. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Off play action on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. The Bulldogs take their 3rd and final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's 1st and goal. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the comeback is on. The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They march 72 yards, and it was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. Just over 30 seconds to play. They'll line up for the onside kick, and they've got to get it to have a shot. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Well, they got their hands team out there for a reason, and that's why in these situations you put receivers, tight ends, and dudes that can hold on to the football, knowing that, hey, all we got to do is recover this onside kick, and David, we win the game.
And, man, this is such a low percentage play, right? Like, it's so hard to kick an onside and actually have it bounce correctly and go right. You're right. They put the right players on the field. They didn't get the good bounce, and this one's over.
And they'll take a knee. Now a most games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's going to make the playoff. Big feather in the cap, big day for them.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.